All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. I have gum in my mouth. I forgot.
That wasn't bad.
Nope.
Did the gum help?
I thought it was gonna like slip down.
It didn't.
Wouldn't that be funny for the people?
For you to choke on your gum.
I might take it out though, because Blake's gonna yell at me in the microphone. I don't know. Here, I'll wrap it in a piece of paper.
How about the napkins under here? Oh, too late.
Welcome back. Off the Cuff Nurses, where everything's off the cuff and off the record. This is post-batch party, and we're still here.
Yes.
How'd it go?
I think it was a success.
You think?
I think we had a lot of we wanted to have fun.
And then we did.
We had a lot of fun.
We did.
The next day was not fun. My birthday, which was the next day, was not fun.
So we ended the night at like a dive bar. And I, like, subconsciously I knew that the next day was your birthday, but I wasn't, like, conscious of what time it was. And I don't know if you remember, but you're, like, sitting across from me because we were sitting on those couches. And you're like, Mandy, it's my birthday! And I was like, oh my god!
You're like, yay!
I was like, happy birthday!
I know, I was, like, so excited.
I subconsciously knew that, like, before all the festivities, but then I, like, totally...
Right. I wasn't even really thinking of it either, and then I, like, realized, I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're like, oh! By the way, I'm drinking water.
I have water. Oh.
It's just a car company.
Right. And then bye. Because it's healthy. I was a little traumatized by the next day because it was rough. So I'm taking it. I have drank since, but I'm drinking a lot less.
Yeah, in this environment, usually...
Sometimes we get a little tipsy.
Yeah.
So
most of the time.
Yes. So less is more.
This was that drink we had last week, the blue raspberry lemonade vodka and the lemon vodka. We mixed them into a shot, so we did have a little bit because we can't not have anything.
Right.
But it's the same as the day after my birthday. We had to do this and we drank water. It's the same as that.
I felt better that day.
And I felt better for your batch party.
Yeah.
So I bet you all like are on the edge of your seat wondering what we got up to.
A lot.
Do you want to start us off?
No, I'm going to let you say what you want to say, and I'll kind of, like, play off that.
Okay.
Because I'm curious to see what you'll say.
Okay. So, there was, like, 3 phases. I kept saying this all night. Because I was like, guys, we can't get too crazy. We still have 2 more phases to complete. Because people were...
It sounds like Hunger Games or something. Like, the final phase has begun.
You know what I was thinking of is Austin Powers when he's de-thawing in the first one. It's like, phase 1. That's what I kept thinking.
Right. And you just watched that.
I did, all 3 of them. So, we went wine tasting.
Yep, with a karaoke cab.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that was driving it, his name was Malachi, right?
Amazing, yeah.
He was pretty fun. We got some pretty fun videos of him. He did the whole first portion of the Britney Spears song where they're going back and forth about the Titanic necklace.
By himself.
Yes, it was like gold. So, the first song we sang was Eye of the Tiger.
And we were all way too sober to be doing that.
Yeah, I was
God.
I'm not ready for this.
Oh, God. Because nobody had drinking anything at that point.
Right, we were trying to, like, pass...
the champagne.
Right, pass the champagne or fill up, like, the glasses and do all that, but... Yeah.
So we got in the karaoke cab, and he was like, do you guys have songs you want? And again, too sober to be doing this. Or can I pick? And I think I was like, oh, dealer's choice, because we didn't, like, know. He puts on Eye of the Tiger, which is
No, that was actually my fault.
Was it?
He said to pick 2 numbers in between 1 and, like, 9 or something like that.
Oh.
And so I picked 4 and 5 because April 5th for, like, the wedding. and that was Eye of the Tiger.
Well, that wasn't necessarily your
I don't know
fault.
how it... Right, I didn't
Yeah.
know that it was going to be that. That was a strange first song.
It didn't really set the tone, but after we went to 3 wineries, after we came back from the first winery, we were, like, loosened up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Between the wine flights and the champagne in the cab.
And I fucked up. I didn't eat anything.
Jesus Christ. You didn't tell me that.
Because it was like, we had to leave so early, and we're like, rushing around, and...
Oh, we had that charcuterie.
Well, right.
Yeah.
So
okay.
at the first winery, we got this huge, like, but it was like it was kind of a strange charcuterie board.
It didn't have a lot of pickings.
And it had, like...
You should have ate more of the bread.
There was, like, yeah, it was like,
You're talking about the vegetables?
pickled celery or something?
It tasted like flowers. Did it taste floral to you?
I don't remember.
It tasted real floral. It was weird.
And then there was sauerkraut.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that.
I had some of that. And then...
I was like, I gotta share a bed with Cheryl later. I don't need to eat sauerkraut.
You're just, like, warming the bed up. Yeah, so that... I mean, it did loosen us up, but we spent too much time...
Way too much.
At the first 2 places.
Yeah, not enough time at the third.
And then the third, it was like, we were like rushing. So the second place was cool. It had like, the area that we were in was really cool for pictures with like the logs.
Oh, the barrels.
Yeah, or the barrels. And then, and we did 2 towers. Because the first one, we like did our own wine flights.
Guys, I drank it all.
She did a good job. And then at the second one... There was a tower of 5 that you could do. So we're like, well, let's just do 2 towers for 5 people.
Yeah, everyone
like
gets
that'll
2.
be perfect. So we just kind of, and then, and I think we did identical.
Yeah, we did.
And then, so then at the third place, we were like rushing. And the second one, we got to keep our glasses.
That was the third one.
Or that was the third one.
I don't know what happened to mine.
So the third one, I have one. And then I'll let Mandy tell you about the third one a little bit.
You want me to say that?
If you want to. It's up to you.
About our friend?
Yeah.
So the third one is really... That was the one we had to fly through, unfortunately. We did that wrong.
Right.
But there was this... bartender, they're not called bartenders, fancy wine girl lady working there, and clearly a lesbian, and we were all like enthralled just by like how she looked. She was like beautiful, and we were just, all 5 of us girls were like crushing on this girl.
Well, I think you and
Cheryl
you and Cheryl were crushing the most. I was just amused by the whole thing.
Well, then she like somehow got a pair of our glasses, so she looked like she was in our group. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. But it wasn't our glasses.
It was a little bit darker pink.
Yeah. So if you guys have watched that Gabby Petito documentary, where there's that lesbian, what is she?
I haven't watched it, but I've seen like the memes and like the reels and stuff where people are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm married," but she had like short hair, and so
she's just a nice girl, really nice girl.
Yeah. So one person in our group was single, and so I facilitated getting that person to get
her number. I forgot about that because we wanted her to come out with us at the bar.
Yeah. What was her name?
Nick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
So it did happen, but then she already had plans.
But the like really respectful thing is she texted your friend's number at like 11 p.m. It's like, hey, like, so sorry. It was so nice to meet you guys. I can't make it out tonight. And I'm like, that's so nice.
It was nice.
Wow.
I wonder if they're still in contact.
No. Not a chance.
It was, yeah.
I just remember your friend, like, when we were trying to figure out how to reply to her, we were like, just say this. And, like, Chelsea was like, just say this. And you're like, just say this. And she's like, guys, I'm trying to figure out if I'm pansexual or not. Just give me time.
Trying to figure out. Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious.
Oh, God.
And then, then we had dinner.
We went back to the hotel.
Well, right. We went back to the hotel.
I went to the hotel bar.
and had Irish car bombs.
Oh my god. Horrible.
Mandy really loved hers.
I only could do half.
And it curdled.
Well, Chelsea did the other.
Oh, she got to drink the curdle part?
I couldn't. That's like too dark or something.
Well, you don't like to chug.
No, I'd prefer not. But we had to because it was St. Patty's weekend. I'm Irish, you're Irish, Cheryl's Irish. Like, we had to.
Yeah, it had to happen.
But I won't do it again. But it was... I can say that I've done one.
It was half of one.
Half of one.
And it was an experience.
It was.
I did way more than I should have because I did a bunch at the bar.
You know how I know... You know how I knew you were drunk as fuck? Cheryl gave you a Bud Light and you drank it. I have a picture. I literally took a picture on my phone because I was like, this is how you know Steph's pissed drunk. She's drinking a Bud Light.
I didn't even know. I don't know.
I have a picture on my phone.
I have no recollection of that.
And then after the Bud Light, because Cheryl brought me, you, and her a Bud Light. Like, just randomly. She's like, here you go. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. But you were, like, drinking it. I was like, she is fucked up. She does not like that.
I mean,
That's, like, last resort for you, though.
Yeah, I just don't drink beer. Because
that's how I knew.
It's so many carbs.
Yeah, you were just, like, tipping her bag. But then after that, we got you a coffee and a water.
Oh.
Because we were like, you have got to drink these two things. Because we're only in phase 1 still.
Wait, that was phase 1?
Yeah, because dinner and bar was phase 2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
We haven't even made it to dinner yet.
So, yeah, so then we went to dinner.
Well, then we drank in the hotel room.
Well, yeah, we drank in the hotel room and had, like, our own little, like, party. We had a penis charcuterie board. Mm-hmm. We had some games. The game that you bought was fun, but that wasn't for... That's for, like...
Couples.
You and your significant other. That is a fun game, though. And then... and those drinks, we split. I got these... They're, like... It's like an energy drink that's supposed to, like, boost libido.
Where'd you get those from?
Cheryl.
Oh, okay.
So, when we played the game, we split one. Because she gave us 2.
Gotcha.
So...
It was a sex game.
It was a strange... It was an odd flavor. I didn't mind it, but it was just very, like, hard to place a finger on what it tasted like. Yeah, so did all the games in the hotel room. Then we went to dinner. That's a little foggy.
Yeah. I had water throughout of all of dinner. This is how fancy the place was we went. Good food, by the way. Good food. You probably were going to kill me the next morning because I was eating my leftovers in the car as you're hungover as shit.
The smells really don't bother me in the morning.
Okay, because I was like, I'm starving. And I had fucking meatballs. And I'm like, God, she's going to puke from smelling my food.
Unless it's, like, smelling whiskey.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't... I don't really have, like... I don't really have much of a gag reflex, like, from that sort of thing.
That's good. Because I had to eat it. At dinner... What was I going to say? Oh, we went to this fancy Italian, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm not going to drink. Because I got drunk from wine tasting and then from drinking at the hotel bar. So I was already drunk and then sobered up by now. So I was like, I'm just going to have water.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I'll see if they have pop. So I was like, do you guys have Coke or Pepsi? And she was like, oh, we don't have either. We have a locally sourced pop that is made homemade here. And I was like, yeah, I won't be doing that. I was so mad. I was like, I just want a crispy Coke.
Flip the table over and out.
Yeah, I was like, that's going to suck. I already know it. I was like, I'll just have water.
You could have done, like, a Sprite version.
I could have, but I didn't want that.
No.
So I just had water. Me and another girl just drank water through all of dinner.
Right.
Yeah. And then you all had, like, an array of things.
Yeah. And then... So I put a dress on for dinner. Then we went back to the hotel and changed into our dress like your type. Because that was the theme. So we both had Red Wings jerseys on. And then I had a pair of my fiance's underwear on. Mm-hmm. I had one of his hats on. And then she bought a bunch of, like, tattoo sleeves. So I had tattoo sleeves on.
What about the fishnets?
Right. Well, so the fishnets is not my type. But...
Just to put it out there.
Right. He hasn't worn any of those for me yet. So... But I did like, a nude fishnet. And... Yeah.
Yeah, I wore a Red Wings jersey, leggings, Hey Dudes. I had a trucker hat on that said "Call Me Daddy," and then the tattoo sleeves. Those trucker hats were so fun.
They were fun. I wore mine in the room, but then I put the Red Wings hat on for the. But yeah, there was hurting for squirting. I bleached my asshole for this. Yeah. Call Me Daddy.
What were the other
White
ones?
Girl Wasted.
Oh yeah.
That's what I wore home the next day.
Okay.
It was White Girl Wasted.
I'm excited to see like where else I could wear this hat to.
Anywhere.
Truly.
Work. I mean.
Can you imagine?
Right? You just like show up, you're like, hey.
Sorry, it's raining and this is all I had in my car.
Right. Yeah. So then we're at the bar, and so Mandy and I kind of match.
Oh, Jesus, God, I know what you're going to say.
And we're sitting on like a couch, and there's these just random other guys sitting on this other couch, and they thought that we were lesbians because we matched. So there was a lot of lesbian vibes for the weekend.
And I was wearing a goddamn blazer the whole day. That's why Nick called me babe, because she's like, oh, she's got a blazer on.
Well, I'm surprised that my one friend wasn't wearing a blazer, because she likes blazers too.
I love a blazer.
Yeah.
It's a power move.
Yeah.
That's how I interpret it.
Her and I actually make jokes about blazers. Like, anytime she's wearing one, she's like, did you see I was wearing a blazer? So now it's like a joke, bro. She's like, did you see my blazer?
I love a blazer. You guys, I'm not wearing a dress, so the next best thing is a blazer. Blake's like, it just gives like really, and there's nothing wrong with lesbian vibes. I'm just personally not one. It just gives me like lesbian librarian vibes. And I'm thinking I'm like a bad bitch lawyer is what I'm thinking, but okay.
Right.
And I think that's why she called me babe.
Well, did you tell him that it was a good thing that you wore the blazer, because then you got called babe by...
No, I didn't tell him that. No, I didn't tell him that.
And then, so, the other, I feel weird sometimes about, like, saying people's names. So my other friend, she wore, like, a t-shirt, like a guy's t-shirt, a hat. Like, she just kind of looked...
Like tomboyish, skater boy.
Yeah. Skater boy. That's what she was going for.
Yeah.
And then Cheryl had on a dress, but she had red flags, like, tucked in everywhere.
That was funny.
Yeah. I got serenaded by...
our new best friend.
A gay man.
Alleged.
We had these scratch off... As a game, you scratched it off and you had to do what it said. And so like, at the bar. So it was like, have a stranger serenade you. Mm-hmm. So I asked him to. He sang Shallow.
Very well, too.
I love when he was just like, like, he was like so into it.
I'm going to treasure that video forever.
I was watching it and Ryan was like, he's looking at you like he's mad at you. I'm like, no, he's like in the zone.
He's in it. Yeah. That's our good new friend.
Yeah. Mac. He was pretty great. And then I had to have a stranger give me a tattoo. Mm-hmm. So I had one of his friends, he drew a penis on my hand.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, it was like...
Chody.
It was definitely a chode.
Yeah.
Could have been better, but...
I thought that bar was really fun, though.
It was.
Yeah.
And then Cheryl and I actually, we went out on the dance floor, and her and I just, like, danced. We danced a lot. Yeah,
because then you came back with Irish car bombs.
Yep, we danced a whole bunch, then we hit the bar, we got Irish car bombs. Yeah. I think I had 2 Irish car bombs there. Mm-hmm. Because didn't I do one with Mac? Mm-hmm. Yeah. After my serenading. Or after you serenaded me.
I was very sober at the bar. That was a rookie move on my part.
So were you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a live band. You can set me there and leave if you want. But I should have drank more. I had 2 beers at the bar.
I should have drank less. Mm. So we were opposite ends.
We evened each other out.
Yeah.
Chelsea and I just held down the couch.
Yeah.
Talked with our new friends.
Yeah, and Cheryl and I were just off dancing the night away.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. And then,
I didn't want to leave her, because I probably would have went and danced with you guys, but I didn't want to leave her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, we walked to the bar from our hotel room, and this is where things started to go south. It was, like, pretty much a straight shot from our hotel room. So when we came out of the bar, we're like, okay, guys, let's go back, to the hotel, whatever. So we practically walked, 15 minutes in the wrong direction. Do you remember this at all?
Vaguely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we sat you on a bench at one point, because your friend was trying to, hold you up as we walked. And we're like, we've just got to set her on this bench, because we're trying to, figure out where the frick we were.
Yeah.
And so we
walked...
like,
20 minutes away.
Literally. But it was like, just keep going straight. All of our GPSs said the same thing. Just keep going straight. Well, that's how we got here, was by kept going straight. Right. So there was a glitch in the matrix, which is fine. There's nobody, around, which is creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy.
So we kept walking in the wrong direction, and then at one point it was like, cross this bridge. And we're like, we never even crossed the bridge coming here. Right. Where are we? So then we had to get an Uber to go back, and he was like, oh, it's just down the road. But we were walking down this road, and it was down this road. And we were like, thank God for you, sir.
Right.
And then we made it back to the hotel, and it was 75 degrees in the room when we walked in. Do you remember that?
Is that why I just, undressed?
Literally.
And, disrobe?
Your friend was like, it was cold in here, so I turned the heat on. And we had just walked 20 minutes in the wrong direction, so we're all, sweating.
Right.
We're like, oh my. Everyone was just, bitching up a storm.
Sweating my ass off.
Yeah. Do you want to take it away?
Well, I woke up in just my pajama top and my underwear.
And?
What?
What else did you wake up in?
Oh, I had my tattoo sleeves still on.
Your tattoo sleeves on, but there's another key point.
That I puked on the bed?
Yeah.
I puked down the side of the bed.
I just remember.
I don't recall that. At least I didn't puke on my...
You were propped. We, propped. You had, 3 pillows behind you.
Thankfully, I puked in that direction. I didn't puke on her back, because I have been known to do that.
That's why I don't want to sleep with you. I did not want to sleep with you. I was like, yeah, I'll sleep with Cheryl. Because you're like, yeah, I'm thinking about putting you with Cheryl. I was like, that's fine. Just for, safety reasons.
You're like, I don't want to get puked on.
But I, vaguely remember we're all, dead asleep. And we all just start puking. And then you just, do it. And then you're just like...
I'm like, I feel so much better.
Literally back to bed.
Yeah.
Your friend did get up and help you, though.
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
The blonde.
Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, she's got it.
She'll be fine.
She's got it. Because I was, first of all, I was like, what is that? And then I was like, oh. And then she was already up, so I was like, oh, she's got it.
She's got this.
Yeah. And then at one point, you fell asleep on top of me.
Yeah. So they let me just put my pajama top on, and they just apparently wanted me to just have my ass out. So I didn't have any pants on. I did have underwear on, which is uncommon, but I had underwear on, and
the Lord knew that you needed to put underwear on.
Yeah.
He knew this was going to happen.
So in my just pajama top and underwear, I laid down on top of Mandy.
I have a picture on my phone. She's just in between my legs, and I was like, you can't sleep here.
You're like, because I won't sleep. To crawl over to my...
You got up and then you did a few... Oh, you got... Do you remember getting crackers? You got a bunch of crackers, and then you started eating them in the bed, and then you fell asleep, and you rolled over, and there was just all these crackers in the bed, and your friend you were sleeping with was picking them out of the bed.
Just fucking Stephanie. All these crackers in the bed. That sounds about right.
And then we woke up, and then we left. Had to make a few stops on the way home.
And it was a winter weather advisory.
Oh my God, I forgot.
So it was super warm the day of the party, and then the next day we wake up to winter weather advisory. Roads were shit. Took us forever to get home.
An extra 45 minutes.
And the friend that was driving, I felt really bad for her because it was not good.
Mm-mm. We couldn't the visuality was nothing. We couldn't see in front of us. There was cars in the ditches. And
then we'd be going down these hills, and it was just
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was scary.
When we finally got to 75, it was a lot better.
Yeah.
But
when you guys were like, we're just gonna have to spend the night again. I was like, oh, we'll make it home.
You're like, I'll take over.
Oh, we'll get home.
You love driving.
I love driving.
Like, I'll take over.
I love driving more than I love spending the night places.
Right. You're like, I can't do this another night.
I was like, we'll make it home. We gotta call the boys or what?
You're like, come pick us up.
Gotta start walking. I had like fabric Hey Dudes on, and it was like snowing buckets. It was like freezing rain.
I was. And then I'm like behind the vehicle, like puking in this freezing rain. And I'm like, oh, there's the cheese. Like, because there was this like...
Oh, the butter cheese.
Yeah, it was. I'm like, there's the chunks of butter cheese.
From almost... Now it's almost 24 hours ago.
Right. It did not break. So that's concerning. Why didn't it break down?
That is concerning. All in all, though, it was a pretty successful trip.
It was.
A lot of laughs.
No one got hurt.
No one got hurt. No one fell.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. It was fun.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Any other... Let me see. I think we talked about all the things I wrote down.
Yeah.
Would do again.
Yeah. It was fun. Yeah.
So, we can't just talk about fun stuff all the time. We have to give you guys some education, being a nursing channel.
All right.
So, we're going to play, like, I don't know, it's kind of a mix of, like, 20 questions and Guess Who, but it's, like, medicine edition.
Right.
I hope we get relatively close to what we put down. At least in the same category, you know?
Yeah.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
We'll pause. What are we at?
25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Start.
Do you want to ask me questions first? Or do you want me to ask you questions?
I'll ask you questions first.
Okay.
So we're not, it doesn't just have to be yes or no.
Right. So I think that'd be really hard. And these are all, like, commonly known meds that I did, at least.
Mine are all ones that you've heard of.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it a pain medication?
No. Should we do, like, you only get 10?
I thought it was 20.
Well, we can if you want, but that might take a long time.
All right.
You'll get it before 20.
Is it a hospice medication? Like, are any of your patients on it?
Yeah, but it's not specific to hospice.
Okay.
How fun.
Is it a heart medication?
No. This is harder than I thought, actually.
Is it a... urinary med?
Nope.
Is it for bowels?
Nope.
Is it for diabetes?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna need the 20. Is it taken by mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a pill?
Mm-hmm. We could do hints too if you want. I like to, when I play games, I like to make up things as I go.
I'm just not really sure where to go with. Is it, I guess give me a hint.
You probably saw it a lot when you worked at the mental hospital.
Oh. Is it technically for, is it an anticonvulsant?
Mm-mm.
Is it an antipsychotic?
Mm-mm.
Can I guess what it is?
Sure.
But, like, still keep going?
Yeah.
Is it Zyprexa?
Mm-mm.
The mental hospital. So it's not Ativan, it's not Haldol, it's not Zyprexa.
Do you want me to tell you what it could be used for? But not like the most common ones?
Sure.
You could use it for social anxiety disorder, PMDD.
Buspar?
Mm-mm. You're getting, like, closer, though, a little bit. But it's not that category.
Is it, like, Is it something that's scheduled or PRN typically?
Scheduled, never PRN usually. The most common dosages are 50 or 100 milligrams.
Was it trazodone?
Mm-mm.
50 or 100 Seroquel?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I got 5 more, I think.
Do you want me to give you what category it is?
Sure.
It's an SSRI.
Okay.
So I'm going that way more.
Is it Prozac?
No, but close.
Zoloft?
Mm-hmm.
Zoloft?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good, because I only had 3 more guesses. That was hard.
In my head, I was like, this will be easy. But now it's my turn, and I'm probably going to have like 50. Okay. Is it a pain med?
Yes.
Okay. Do we give it in our job?
We can,
Okay.
but I have not.
So it's not morphine.
That's 2.
Is it Dilaudid?
No.
Demerol?
No.
Do you think we gave it a lot on MedSurg?
No.
What? Is it
I think I gave it once.
IV?
I don't remember.
No, like, can you give it IV?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure you
Okay.
can. Like, I don't honestly, I've literally only given it, like, I think one time.
Fentanyl?
No. I have given fentanyl. And that was IV.
Pain med.
It's a common one
Mm-hmm.
for hospice, but our hospice, we've never.
Get me all confused. Is it a pill?
It can be.
I'm just thinking of all the ones we give. Common for hospice. Not morphine. Not Demerol. Not Dilaudid.
I mean, let me check something.
Oh no. Common for hospice.
Let me make sure I'm not screwing something up.
What's a common dose of it? Like number wise?
I like ran out of how many guesses you were at.
Oh, I didn't even keep track. Shoot, sorry.
So it's usually 2.5 milligrams every 8 to 12 hours.
So that's probably...
It's based off of kilograms, so it's based off weight.
Oh my god, what is it? Wait, let me think. No, this isn't happening.
I've heard about it on the hospice Facebook group that I'm on.
Okay.
But we've never, for whatever reason, I've never
Given it.
and I don't think anyone, maybe at some point, but I've never heard that anyone was doing that.
And you think I know this, you think I've heard of this before?
Yeah.
Do they probably give it a lot in ICU?
No.
Where do they give it?
That's the question.
They give it in mental health?
No.
Ortho?
Mm-mm.
Is there like a specific unit they give it on? Now I'm intrigued.
Not in the hospital, typically.
Oh, where are they giving? In the ER? No, that's part of the hospital. What?
But what's it for?
I don't know.
Well, no, you said, is it your first question?
Is it for pain?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, heroin.
Oh, it's illegal. But
I didn't say I had.
You're more on the right track now.
And it's not fentanyl. Methadone.
Yes.
Oh my god. The legal meth.
Right.
Perfect. Wow, we got there.
I had one lady that was like detoxing and been going to like a pain clinic.
Okay.
She was getting the methadone. And so, yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
One time. But there's a lot of hospices that use methadone because it's very effective. And if other things aren't effective, it's really good for like cancer, like bone cancer, because of how painful it is.
Interesting.
But we've never given it at ours.
Okay.
That I know of, that since I've been there.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
We got there.
Yeah.
The heroin helped me, actually.
It did. Heroin always helps.
It does, always. Okay, your turn.
Oh,
that was a good one.
is it for pain?
No. I like how that's always our first one.
Is it for anxiety?
No.
Is it for diabetes?
No.
Heart disease or heart related?
Mm-hmm.
It's for heart. Okay.
In a roundabout, yeah.
Is it for high blood pressure?
It is.
Oh. Is it a beta blocker?
No.
Calcium channel blocker?
Mm-mm.
ACE inhibitor?
The fourth one.
The angiotensin.
The one that you're not saying is what it is.
Oh, is it antiarrhythmic?
Mm-mm. This is kind of fun.
What's the other one? But it's common.
Mm-hmm.
The Norvas.
Mm-mm.
Is it nitro?
Mm-mm.
Is it a diuretic?
Mm-hmm.
Lasix?
Mm-mm.
Bumax?
Mm-mm.
Hydrochlorothiazide?
Mm-mm.
As a diuretic?
Uh-huh.
What's the other ones?
Do you want me to give you a hint?
No, aldactone?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good job. I was going to say potassium sparing.
Yeah. That definitely would have given it away.
Good job. We're getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, from my methadone. God.
Right.
Where did they give it?
I wasn't going to be like a pain clinic.
I was really confused because I was thinking like the jail, and then I was thinking like some weird other things. I'm like, why would... You're not going to get anything in jail. You're not going to get other places.
Right.
Okay. Since you already did a pain, I'm not going to ask if it's for pain. Is it for diabetes?
Yes.
Oh, I don't want it to be. I'm really bad at diabetes. Is it metformin?
No.
That would have been too easy.
Right. I like how you just picked that right off the bat.
Is it insulin?
No. Did you really want it to be?
Yeah, it would have been easy. I went
like,
down
yay!
the list. Not metformin. I don't think I know a lot of oral diabetes meds. Because on hospice, we're like, get rid of those. We're not taking them anymore.
It's pretty common.
Oh, no. I'm probably just not thinking of it. What's like, is it like, I don't even know what I'm saying. Is it dependent on your sugar or no? Like, would you take it dependent on your sugar? Or is it like maintenance?
It's like a daily, it's maintenance, but some people, if they run low, like they won't take it. But that's like more so like just their
Preference?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like a glucose tab now, and that's not it. I'm gonna like shoot myself in the foot, aren't I?
Yeah, I have patients on it.
What
well, at least
is it?
At least one.
Like literally the only thing I can think of is metformin.
It's similar.
Yeah.
It's in place of that. But it helps with other things as well.
Oh no.
Sometimes the doctor prescribes it for other reasons.
Ozempic.
No. None of my patients are on Ozempic.
Well, at first it was for blood sugar, and then people take it to lose weight. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean it is for diabetics technically, but you're Ozempic.
It's a pill, and it's not metformin. Glizipitide. Is that even a pill?
Glipizide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What does it start with?
That'll give it away.
Oh, I don't think so, because I literally can't. I can't even picture another diabetic oral med.
It starts with a J.
Really? Jardian? Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? Jardian?
Yes. Jardian. You just kept adding like letters and then you got it. Yay! Jardians.
Okay. I didn't. I mean, like, if you would have said what medication, like, what class is Jardians, I don't know if I would have known it was for diabetes.
Yeah, so it is an anti-diabetic agent, but then sometimes doctors will have patients go on it for heart failure.
Oh, is that why yours is on it?
Well, she has heart failure and she is diabetic. Oh. So, yeah. But it's very expensive.
Are we covering it?
No.
Oh.
Because it's like an anti-diabetic. So unless somebody had, like, pancreatic cancer, I don't think we would cover anything that's anti-diabetic. But she was taking glipizide, but they stopped that because she was running low, but she's still taking the Jardiance, but it's technically more so for her heart failure.
Gotcha.
But it was like $19 a pill.
Oh.
And that was with her insurance.
Yeah. Damn, it's so unfortunate.
It's like similar to Farxiga. Like it's really expensive.
My man's on Farxiga.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's like, try to talk to him. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't care. Take it if you want to take it. Ain't coming on my paycheck.
Right. You're like, thank goodness.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it for pain?
Yeah. Can you tell we're hospice nurses?
Right. Do we commonly prescribe it?
In certain situations.
Dilaudid?
Yeah. I was gonna be like, if
that's
they're allergic to morphine.
Yeah, like that's what because typically we just do morphine.
Yeah, but if you're allergic, we'll give you Dilaudid, which probably is better anyways.
Okay.
Oh, you have one more, don't you? Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to be better than the last one. Is it mental health related?
No.
Is it a routine med or PRN?
For what I schedule it routine.
Okay. Is it for bowels?
No.
Do we use it frequently?
No. Not really.
But some people have it?
I have a patient on it right now, and then I had a patient that I ended up giving to a different nurse. Because of location. Okay. And they're on it as well. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what everybody else's patients are on.
Right.
But it's not our first line defense.
Is it for breathing?
It could be considered to be related, but not specifically. It's kind of...
Is it a steroid?
Related? No.
Is it a pill?
Not the way that my patient is taking it.
No. But can it be?
I've never seen it as a pill.
Oh. Is it like a inhaler type thing?
No.
Does it go up your butt?
No.
Okay.
So how else could it be?
Is it liquid?
No.
Is it insulin?
No.
Is it nose spray?
No.
Your ear?
No. What's the only other one that you haven't said yet? Like route of taking something.
Your eye? Is it an eye drop?
No, I guess there's one other route.
IV?
Mm-mm.
IM?
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to think of all the holes on people.
All the orifices
What?
that we can put things
Guys,
in.
I thought this was going to be easy. This is my idea. This is horrible. You're not drinking it. No, why would you?
There's like one other route that you haven't mentioned.
People are screaming it at me, aren't they? It's so obvious.
Probably not for people who...
Have I given somebody this? Have I used this route before?
Yes. Yep.
In hospice?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
There's other types of medications. There's a pain medication that can be given this way too.
It's a patch.
Okay. So which one?
Oh, there's so many to choose from. Scopolamine.
Oh.
It just came right up.
You're like, it's right there.
I was like trying to remember everything I've already asked because my brain wanted to say fentanyl again, but I was like, no, we have to think about what I already said. And you said kind of breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
it'll
like
help
scopolamine.
dry up stuff. But we don't, I feel like it's like our last.
I feel like a lot of hospice agencies use it, but we really don't.
Yeah, my patient, the only reason that we tried it was because she was already on hycosamine, and then she had tried atropine, but
The atropine didn't work?
yeah, not really much of a difference. And then the scopolamine, well then, the scopolamine was helping at first, but then it like wasn't enough, so we reordered the atropine, so now she's getting like all three.
Damn. She's not dry as a bone?
You would think. And the atropine and the scopolamine, like, those are expensive.
Oh, I know the atropine was.
Yeah.
Because
and the scope patches are non-formulary.
I refused to get a med box when I was like brand new because I was just like nervous I was going to mess that up somehow.
Yeah.
And so I kept having to do local fills of atropine and they wanted to like kill me because it's cost more because I could have just taken it from the box.
Oh.
And they were like, you have to stop doing this. And I was like, I just haven't picked up my box yet.
They're like, you have to stop.
Ah, man, that's a good one. Yeah, we never use those.
I just, like, and that was one time where I, like, was literally grasping at straws. Like, I didn't even think of that, and I didn't know. I was, like, I asked the doctor, I was like...
Try a scope patch.
And she's like, we can do a scope patch. And I'm like, oh. I was like, okay. I'm like, 1 milligram every 72 hours? And she's like, yep. I'm like, all right.
Cool.
Putting it in. So...
I was either going to be like, maybe it's that. But then when you're like, it helps with the breathing in a certain way, I was like, maybe it's a nicotine patch. But I was like, nope, we're going to go the other one.
I do have a patient, actually, that has nicotine patches.
One of mine does, too. But he hasn't opened them up. Every time I go there, I was like, the box isn't open yet. He's like, I'm thinking about it. I look at it every day, and I'm thinking about it.
Is it?
Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, as long as you're thinking about it.
I had a patient, so they were very common at the mental hospital.
Yeah.
And, you know, we would, so I was on night shift, so we were supposed to take them. Like, it was in the MAR to take them off.
Oh.
At, like, 9 p.m. or whatever for 9 p.m. meds. And, sometimes people would refuse.
Yeah.
And I'd always be like, okay, like, that's your choice, but they can be known to cause nightmares.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, I'll be fine. Well, this one guy, he was, like, a hardcore dude. Like, he had been in prison, like, for murder. Like, he didn't come from prison, obviously, but, like, so it must have been, I mean, he should have been in there for life. So I'm not really sure how he wasn't. Like, what, it must not have been, like, first degree, I don't know. But anyway, he was pretty, like, hardcore, but, like, he was cool with me. Well, then, he started screaming in the middle of the night.
Oh.
And I run in there and, like, wake him up, because he was, like, having a nightmare, like, screaming.
Yeah, I didn't know they cause nightmares.
They can.
I didn't know
They don't for everybody. And he was, like, so shaken. He started crying.
Oh.
And I'm like, give me your patch. He's like, oh. and
He's
like
like
ripped it
ripping it
off
off.
and gave it to me. Yeah.
You're like, no, I said it earlier just for fun.
Right. I'm like, dude, I told you. He didn't even like, he was just like, oh my gosh, like, gave it to me like right away. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't lying.
Yeah.
That was a fun game. That was
It
harder than
was.
I thought.
Was it?
I don't know what I was thinking.
I thought
There's
it
a
was
million
hard.
meds.
Well, right. Trying to find.
The categories.
Yeah.
The hard part, 'cause there's so many. I think we did a good range, though.
Yeah, we each, like.
Obviously, we each should have paid med. Obviously.
Yeah. I wanted to do, like, a wide range, and you did, too.
Yeah.
So, I think that was good.
That was fun.
That was fun.
We're at 50.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to our bachelorette stories.
Our ramblings. All right, guys. So, as always, if you didn't chart it, it didn't happen.